Something that I am particularly interested in helping students with is not hyperextending. When I teach yoga, I see people hyperextend in their knees and their elbows all the time. I don't speak much Chinese because it's very difficult for me to learn. But one of the things I've learned is 不要手脚朝上 and 不要手脚朝上 because you are naturally long-limbed with long, lean muscles. And that means that hyperextension is really easy in your elbows and your knees. When I was a small child, it was so easy for me to dislocate my knees. I would walk around and my knee would dislocate and I'd fall. That was really embarrassing. And so I've learned to not hyperextend my knees as I walk. I also was able to hyperextend my elbows. Now I've built enough strength in my arms that it no longer will hyperextend in my elbow joint, but I can still really easily hyperextend my knee. I want you to work to keep straight arms and straight legs because it will help you build strength. We usually revert to using the joint rather than the muscles because it doesn't take as much strength. But just like I learned to not hyperextend in my knees as a child, as we walk on our hands more in yoga, it becomes more and more important that we don't hyperextend in our elbows. I'll show you what this looks like in my legs. I'll try to show you what it looks like in my arms, but if you try this at home in your own arms, I'm sure you'll be able to find your elbows hyperextending and work to not hyperextend. In yoga, we want your leg to be straight, to be extended at the knee joint. Sometimes, to prevent hyperextension, teachers will ask you to put a tiny bend in your leg. But that can lead to students flexing the knee joint. We mean a tiny bend in the leg. Right? So it's not a flexed leg, and it's not a hyperextended leg. It's somewhere in between, because remember, 不要是个朝上. So instead, work to have your knee under your hip and your knee over your ankle. So it's a straight line in your leg. This is actually a slight bend in the knee joint. It's taking the pressure out of the joint and using your muscles more. Now I'll show you what this looks like in plank pose, and you're going to have to try it at home, and you're going to have to keep working on it.